Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us at the In-Market Arena in Savannah, Georgia for the Allstate Southeastern Conference Volleyball Tournament semifinals. We're joined now by Texas A&M head coach Jamie Morrison, along with student athletes Logan Lednicki and Ava Underwood. Coach will make an opening statement, and after that, we'll open it up for questions. Please wait for the mic. Coach?
Yeah, first off, congratulations to Texas. They're a good volleyball team, and for me, just as I was in the middle of the second set, I was thinking to myself, this is a fun match to coach. And I thought they made some adjustments early on, and then we made some adjustments that kind of countered in the second set. And unfortunately, we couldn't close out the third, but as I was just telling these girls up here, I'm proud of my team for the response we had after the first, for the way that we fought throughout that. And I think that match will make us better for a postseason run in the NCAA tournament.
Now we'll open it up for questions. Start over here.
Sowers led the night with 18 kills. Can you talk about her performance tonight?
Yeah, she was really good. And I think the one thing that we really value on our team is the ability to do everything. And I don't think it was just the offense. I think they made some adjustments serving-wise against us. And I think once we countered that, she had a really good passing night as well. She was a good blocker, and she played some good defense. And served exceptionally well. I think two of the big runs that we went on were led by her. So I thought she was a good performance, but I think there were a lot of them on our team.
All right, we'll move over here.
For Logan and Ava, it felt like in that third set you could just feel the intensity. What was going through y'all's minds kind of through that whole set?
Yeah, I mean, I think just bouncing off the comeback of the second set, like knowing that we're in it for the long run. Texas is a great volleyball team, and that was a fun match. Like that was fun to get back and forth and stay in it. And so I think just like digging in the intense moments and just kind of having fun with it, even though we came up a little short.
I think that's what everyone expected for this match. It's kind of what everyone expects for every matchup that we come across when it's us and them. And so, again, great volleyball team. They played really, really well. We had glimpses of ourselves tonight, and I like how we battled, but I don't think we were fully us. But, I mean, I think it's a good spot for us to be in. Losing sucks, not fun, but we have a lot to build off of, which is good.
Over here.
In the first game y'all played against Texas, the block for y'all was a big game changer. Can you talk about the battle at the net for tonight?
It's always one to watch. It makes my job a whole lot easier, I will say. But yeah, I mean, it's just always a great matchup. We just have a lot of bigs that are really good at what they do, and so it makes for entertainment. So that's what we saw tonight.
Up over here.
For both of y'all, what was kind of that adjustment from set 1 to set 2 that really worked for y'all? It looked like y'all completely flipped a switch out there.
Yeah, I mean, like Jamie said, they were kind of mixing depths with serving. So I think once we adjusted to that, we found a little bit more of a groove in our offense. Same with the way that they were kind of pinching in on our middles. And so I think by spreading the ball around in some different places, opening the court up a little more for us, kind of led us to some more success.
Yeah, I think just mentally, like we were ready for the push and shove. I mean, when we pushed, they pushed back and vice versa. So we were just really ready to battle, and I thought that we had a really good response, which I was super proud of.
Question for any and all of you. With a match like this, how does this prepare y'all for the postseason, and how does it fuel y'all and motivate y'all to make the changes to go on a deep run?
I mean, it's only going to get tougher from here. Like, I think we needed just that, honestly. Kind of, we got pushed a little bit in the preseason against two really good teams. I think that's exactly what we needed heading into the postseason for the NCAA tournament.
I also, in a way, like anytime that we've lost, we've come back even stronger. And so I think that this is a good wake-up call that we haven't lost very much this season, but we don't like how that feels, and so we're ready to bounce back and get to work for the tournament.
Yeah, I'll just add, I think we're ready, and I think we showed a lot in that match. I think we showed the ability to adjust within to a game plan that happened. I think we showed some grit in the second set when they pushed us. Like these girls said, we pushed back. And I thought, I don't know, minus closing things out in the third, like we showed, I'm not going to say with that, like we're a really, 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 really good volleyball team that's able to stand up to another really good volleyball team and go toe-to-toe. And I hope we see them again in the tournament and get a chance to play them again. And so, yeah, I think my thing is we're ready. We'll learn from the mistakes we made in this. We'll get those 2 points better, but we're ready to go compete.
Coach, throughout this week, you've touched on building that NCAA tournament resume. How do you think this week did for y'all on that front? And do you think this, conference tournament format is a better way of preparing teams for the tournament than kind of the old format?
winning would have been better for that resume. But I think at this point of the year, and I think the nice thing about this tournament is there's a lot of eyeballs on it, and hopefully there's a lot of people tuning into ESPN and watching what's going on here, including that committee. And I think if you look at the level of volleyball that was being played between us and Texas, and again, I said this the other night when we were in here, I think the SEC has 3 of the best teams in the country in it. And I think we're starting to get credit for that as we go. So I hope they watched. I hope they saw what we're made of, that we're, I don't know, going to go battle, that we're going to go grind, and that we're deserving of a high seed.
Anyone else?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, same as yesterday, we'll do an intro and then. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the Allstate Southeastern Conference Volleyball Tournament semifinals here in Market Arena in Savannah, Georgia. We're joined by Texas head coach Jared Elliott, along with student athletes Aiden Ames and Tori Stafford. Coach Elliott will begin with an opening statement. After that, if you have a question, please raise your hand and wait for the microphone. Coach?
I'm just really proud of our team. Obviously, playing the Aggies, it's a big rivalry in our state, and it means a lot. And we have a lot of respect for what they do, and they're well coached, and it's a really good team. For us to come out on top was pretty impressive. I thought we showed a lot of grit in Game 3 when we were down 23-21 and made some big plays to be able to give us that advantage, and then kind of held that through. So big team effort by us tonight. I thought our blocking continues to get better in terms of what we're doing, and I like the progress that our team is making and their commitment to one another. So really proud of these guys.
All right, we'll open up to questions, and we'll start over here.
Troy, you answered my question very quickly yesterday about, how excited you were for this game. Was this everything you hoped for, imagined, and then some?
I mean, I guess you can say so. I think that obviously we didn't really like the way that it ended when we played them last time, so we would have loved to see them again, and we did. And then now we have Kentucky tomorrow, so that'll be a really good matchup for us, and we're excited for that too.
It seemed like you could really feel the intensity of that third set. Kind of what was going through both of y'all's minds kind of during that whole period?
I mean, throughout the entire game, I think, and throughout this entire tournament and going into the postseason, I think we're just entering a different stage of Texas volleyball as a whole. And I think just what's going through our minds is that, we just talk about being mentally tough. I think no matter what comes our way, whether the team shows up to play or not, I think just through and through, I think we just keep reminding ourselves just to be mentally tough throughout the entire game and bring the storm, we like to call it.
I don't remember your question, but I think that after the second set, we didn't play our best. So we came out in the third set really aggressive and kind of played the long game at the end of the day. We came out really strong in the first set, and we took a dip in the second set, but the third set was just about refocusing and doing what we do on our side.
In your opinion, how has this team grown since that loss on Halloween against A&M?
Oh my gosh, I think we've grown so immensely, just as a team, physically, mentally, everything through and through. And I think everyone can see it. I think we can feel it as a team, and it's just awesome to see this Texas volleyball team come back to life.
Yeah, I would say in all aspects of our game, I feel like we've gotten stronger. But I think on the mental side, we've gotten tougher, and we have a lot of freshmen on our team. And I think that it kind of was a wake up to we have something that we want to prove, and we want to have a great season. So that was kind of a really wake up call for us.
This is for Aiden and Tori. The hit percentage for Texas improved from set 2 all the way on. What were y'all seeing on the court that allowed y'all to take more swings and get more kills?
I think we were trying to play around with our shots. We talked a lot about kind of going into that last set, how many kills we could get kind of in that middle of the court area. And we talk a lot about just having our toolbox and different shots that we have, and just being able to be uncommon is kind of a big thing of ours. And so, trying to hit first and fourth hand of the blocks and just trying to hit block out, and just being scrappy behind the block too as well. Because, we don't get those transition balls without a good dig and a good block D. So.
Yeah, to add, I would say that we were getting really common in the second set, and they were playing defense around our common shots. So then the third set, we kind of just had to be more uncommon with their spins.
For any one of y'all, after that, the intensity of that third set, really taking control in the final, what was going through y'all's minds, or kind of what led to that? It seemed like y'all really settled in that last one.
Yeah, I think we got a good rhythm there at the end there, and I think we kind of all just looked at each other and trusted each other to do our jobs, and that was just a huge part of getting into that flow.
Yeah, that was good.
Back to the second row.
Coach, yesterday you said that you wanted every aspect to carry over to today. What did carry over?
Well, I thought their mental toughness was carried over tonight. I thought the way that we attacked tonight was really good. I thought our passes were really good in sets 1, 3, and 4, and we had a lot of offensive options. I think our middles did a really nice job in transition, and I think the blocking really carried over tonight. We got a lot of good touches. We put a lot of pressure on them, and we're able to get some transition opportunities for us.
With not knowing what the results are tomorrow going to look like, how does a match like tonight prepare you for the NCAA tournament?
Well, the SEC is such a good volleyball conference right now. It's so fun to see. I was telling somebody yesterday that, I started in the Pac-10, which was at that point the most dominant conference in the country, and then the Big Ten kind of took it over. Now you see the ACC and the SEC getting in there, so that the sport is just getting so good right now, and so our conference now is challenging every single night, and so we have so much respect for what's going on, and it's just a great conference to be a part of. And they're putting us in position, obviously, for RPI rankings, which is great, and it's putting us in position to be in these kind of matches. This is what we're training for, right? We want to be in a Elite 8, Final 4 type setting, and the SEC provides that for us and for the rest of the teams in this conference.
There in the back.
I would just like to know, how have you guys grown specifically to the players, how have you guys grown as a team since the last time you faced Kentucky. Now you have the opportunity to knock off a team who made it undefeated through the league.
I mean, yeah, we have this great opportunity ahead of us. I think the same thing as A&M. I mean, looking back at the regular season, it's not how we wanted it to end. And so I think, again, like Tori said, we've just grown so much mentally and so much physically. And again, we've figured out kind of what works for our block defense and kind of what shots work for us individually. And just getting into that flow has been really important. And I feel we're in a good rhythm going into tomorrow.
Like to add on that, I think that like physically we've done a really good job in all aspects of our game. And I think that like something that we've been really doing it really well in this tournament is starting off strong. So I would say that.
Thank you all. Appreciate it. Congratulations. Oh, I'm sorry. One more.
It seemed today like there was a little bit of a mental chess match going on with the blocking. Sometimes there were 3 blockers up. Sometimes we were leaving people out. What's your assessment of how that went today?
I like your eye. You're learning. Yeah, I mean, we were playing definitely a chess match, and we were obviously taking some chances and some calculated risks based on some percentage and things that we've been seeing on film, and we did a really good job. And obviously, they got the matchups late in Game 3, but Tori came up with a huge dig on us in those situations. So I thought, the game plan was pretty solid tonight. But again, they're starting to execute it, and they're starting to get forehands in front of people. They're starting to get over. Starting to get quality touches, things that give us a lot of opportunities to transition. So the blocking schemes were solid tonight.
Shout out David.
Yeah, David did a good.
D-Hunt.
And one more for Aiden and Tori. Is the match against Kentucky, does it feel as much of like a revenge match as this one did?
Yes.
I'd say yes. I mean, on paper, it's not a rivalry, but in the volleyball world, it's going to be a great matchup. So 2 very good teams. I'm excited.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Check. 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 1, 2, 3.